Hi guys, hope you're well. I wanted to do a quick video to say thank you first of all for your response to the webinar details. I will be doing the webinar. I'm really going to give you as much information as I can in the webinar to help. And I wanted to do another video sort of as a really brief overview of not necessarily what we're going to cover a lot in the webinar, but more what will get you the results. So if you're spinning your wheels and all the stuff, look, I speak to lots of people and I speak to lots of people looking to make money with Amazon and so on. And without a doubt, cushions, hang on, I'll just put that back. Without a doubt, the biggest thing is it's as simple as this. If you have a plan to follow, and I'm not on about just a plan, a wishing plan, like in a I want to do this. I mean literally a day-to-day plan. So every day you know, and I'm not on about working 12-hour days, 14-hour days, and really, I'm on about having a plan. So consistently you're moving forward and you're not getting caught up in the quicksand and the stuff that will hold you back, like picking the theme, keyword research, all the stuff. It's sticking. This is the easiest way to explain it is you'll find with a lot of things, or I have found especially, and this really applies to anything online, it's getting really good at the basics. So if you just remember the basics with Amazon affiliates, and that is that all we're doing is ranking sites via SEO. They could be any site. So although it's Amazon affiliates and we're wanting to get them through to Amazon and we're wanting them to buy something from Amazon so you get commission, it could be a website, your own website, it could be any site that you're looking to rank via SEO will follow the same principles. So once you understand that, and once every site's the same, all you're doing is ranking the site. So if you get really good at the basic stuff that hasn't really changed, I know you've seen a lot of stuff, you'll see stuff time and time again. If you're not doing SEO like this, if you're not doing like this, you're not going to rank. It's really a lot simpler than that. And what I want to do is, this is sort of where the webinar comes in, is I truly believe if you follow a plan that I've got for you, this action plan, and you do the task, so you actually follow the task and you're focusing on completing the task. So after each day you've ticked it off and you've done the task. No hold up. I know it's a bit harder than that. It's not going to be a case of just following it and just ticking it off and you're never ever going to have a hiccup. But if you go forward faster, you will get results. What I'm going to do again in the webinar is give you the free. This is the other thing I wanted to cover. The free types of Amazon affiliate site. And another thing that comes up is, what do you do when you need money now? So you're building Amazon affiliate sites, you understand the process, you understand it works, but you're building sites, you're ranking them, maybe they're not ranking as quickly and you need money now. Well, what you need to do, if you really want to fly in 2018, you need to understand the different business models and be doing it. Okay? So like with the flipper model and like with you can make really quick cash now, genuinely, and have two or three things going on, so you can build a few sites to flip on Flipper while concentrating on your other sites, flip a few sites on Flipper and reinvest the cash into outsourcing content to build your other sites up while you're making money with your other sites. So you've got these sites on the go, and then those sites that do well, then you've got an option to sell them for even more money or build them up into authority sites. And that's how you create a business. A big full a big thing is sort of like when you get caught up on, right, this is what I want, this is what I want this message to be today. That's one thing to remember, and this will really help you. It sounds negative again, but if you think about it, it will really help you, and we'll cover it more on the actual webinar. My aim in 2018 is to get you fast results. There's no reason at all, if you've been online for years or months, there's no reason that you shouldn't be making money. If you're not making money with Amazon affiliate sites and you've been online for 2 or 3 years or whatever, it's not in a bad way, and I'm saying this to help, but it will be a matter of focus. Okay, I don't mean you're not focused on becoming a success and all that stuff, but I mean simply a a lack of focus on the things that will make you money. And what I mean by that, let me qualify that so it makes sense. I can say to you now, and this is sort of where the webinar will come in. I could get you now watching this, and I could say, right, starting from tomorrow, I'm going to give you a 2-week plan, 14-day plan, and if you complete the tasks that I give you every day that will take you a couple of hours, 1 to 3 hours, after the 14 days you will be making money. Even if I did that, most people wouldn't do it. Okay, so that's a big thing, that's a big area. I'm not going to waffle on and on, I'm just trying to explain to you. The things that you need to do are really, really simple, but you need, in most cases, you need to have more going on. You need to have a plan where you're like waking up every day and you're not like, oh, I'm going to spend 12 hours in front of the computer or 24 hours working really hard. I'm not on about that. I'm on about scheduling it for what your goals are. So that's fine. If you said, look, Chris, I really want quick results. I'm going to do this full time. I'm going to treat it like a job and have 2 breaks or 3 breaks a day and do, that's absolutely fine. But it's not necessary. What you could do is say, well, for 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day, I recommend 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours a day. If you've got less time than that, that's absolutely fine. But if you're really gunning for it, like I say, if you went and got a job and you're just starting out, you're not going to get a job that pays well if you just say, right, I'll work 3 hours a day. So it is a bit treating it like that. But my point is this, if you just had a notepad in front of you and you knew absolutely that it would work, okay, so it's a bit of faith here, and you knew absolutely, and you've got a tick sheet in front of you and you think, right, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. That is how you get moving forward faster. And it's the fact that you're producing more rather than just having things out there, if that makes sense. Now, I have got a webinar that will explain this a lot better. I've got some downloads for you. I've got some action plans for you. And my goal for you in the webinar is to give you an action plan that you can follow step by step. And if you follow it, you're virtually guaranteed to make money. And then it's just a case. See, that's what my aim in 2018 is. If you started the year or even last year, see, it doesn't matter about your past results. I want you to get excited. I want you to be really enthusiastic and really, really ready to go. But that's all cool, but really, really ready to pile the work on as well and get enough out there to cause a cause and effect, to enough actions out there to get a result. Now the result, okay, just to talk about results, might not be, and I've got a perfect analogy. I was speaking about this with someone yesterday. I've got a perfect analogy. The result might not be what you want because we're online and you might build a site and it might not make sales as quickly as you wanted. It's a bit like I've built a lot of products with ClickBank, and it's a bit like this. This is where the confusion is online, and it doesn't help with the way stuff's marketed and so on. If you get a sales page out there, so say if you have a product and I say to you, right, here's your product, and bear with me because this is relevant to Amazon. I'll just tell you, this is my point. Here's your product and you've got a sales page here, and then when they buy this product they go through to a one-time offer, and then when they buy that product they've got back-end offers, okay? And then your funnel going through, so when people enter your email list, is a free course which gives them really, really good information. See, the thing is, it wouldn't matter how good that product is and how good the funnel's set up. When we go to market that product, let's say we're doing paid ads on Facebook, I guarantee from experience that that probably wouldn't sell first time. We would have to look at our messaging, we'd have to look at our ad costs, we'd have to play around with the funnels and the price points, and that is where the skill is online, okay? Exactly the same with Amazon affiliate sites. So your skill in Amazon affiliate sites isn't just building sites and go, right, I've done it, this should work. If you have that mindset, which is fine, that's where a lot of people find themselves. If you get into a mindset of, I'm working and it's just not working, it's a bit like that cartoon. Have you seen that cartoon with the miner? And he's mining through to a gold mine. And there's one at the top and he's mining through and there's a little sliver of wall and you can see all the riches behind it. And he walks off disheartened with his head down and he's off with his pickaxe. And then the guy underneath, exactly the same, could be his twin, doing the same thing, and he's got the riches. That's where you are. If you're at the point where you've got sites out there and you're just like, I can't get them ranked, I can't get them to make money, you're so close, because the skill, and we'll be covering this in the webinar, I'm not going to leave you in the dark about it. The skill is actually, once you start getting results, once you start getting traffic, it's working out what's happening and what you can do to make the results. So I'll give you a really, really quick, not to talk and talk, but to give you a quick, because I have to sort of qualify that so it makes sense. Let's say you have an Amazon site out there, and let's say you're getting a lot of traffic, and you look at your stats counter and you can say, yeah, I'm getting a lot of traffic and it's all targeted, but you're not getting any sales on Amazon. Then the problem will be people not clicking through to Amazon, or that it's not targeted. Well, we know when we do Amazon sites, this is the great thing. See, the example I've just given you with ClickBank might be a targeting problem. If we have a product and we've got I know everyone uses this example, but I'm going to. If we've got a dog training product and we've just marketed to people that like dogs, okay, on Facebook, I know it's an obvious one, but that probably wouldn't sell, because just because they like dogs doesn't mean they need dog training. If we marketed to people that just have Alsatians, that want to train, I don't know, like want to train them specifically as police dogs or something like that, and have got an interest in that, that's how you really narrow down on the targeting. With Amazon, it's easier, because if you've got your site and it's ranking on X Rocker 51396 gaming chair, someone types that in, we know that that's what they're looking for. So if they're not buying and they're landing on the site, all we do is go into the page, put some more banners in there, make it really bright and bold and as best you can, because you just want people through to Amazon, and then put more call to actions, which is just saying, look, you've landed on this page because you're interested in the X-Rocker 51396. If you just want to buy this and you don't want to read a long-winded review, click here and go through to Amazon. And then it's a case of looking at the stats. But my point is this: if you have that mindset of it's a case of getting stuff out there, seeing what's happening and doctoring it, or sort of looking at what's happening and making it the best it can be, while, if you're a bit like, oh, this all takes so long, while using other ways of making money with Amazon affiliates, like the Flipper method, like the trend niching method that I'm actually going to tell you about in the webinar, how to pick. I'll give you a really quick example. I was speaking about this yesterday with a guy as well. The HomePod, I think it's called, the new Apple thing, you've probably seen that, taking on the, I'm just looking at it now, that I've got a Sonos speaker here, you know, one of those Wi-Fi speakers, really, really good sound. Well, they've just launched the HomePod, and it's got like, I think it's got Siri in it or something. But my point is this: Amazon affiliates, okay, stuff like that, that's really, really big, that got loads of marketing. If you want to get really, really fast results and you don't want to build a site up, you have to get good at spotting trends, and you can have a few trend sites, so to speak, working for you. And then you can have a few bigger sites. Then you can have a few sites that you're going to sell on Flipper. And lastly, let me say this: how do you get all this stuff done without wearing yourself out? Well, all you need to do is break it down into simple tasks. So if we look at a whole month and we say at the end of the month, I will have 2 sites ready to sell on Flipper, I will have 2 sites for myself, and I will have 1 niche trend site out there getting quick rankings to get some money in. And the purpose of these sites is, the quick niche sites is going to make me quick money because it's going to rank quicker. The 2 Flipper sites are just to sell on Flipper, so that brings you in lump sums using the value add method that I've explained on the Flipper course, like adding value. Even before they make sales, you can sell them. And then I've got 2 sites myself that I'm going to keep and build up. And you did that every month. There you go. That's when you're moving fast, and you've got enough out there so you're not bothered too much if something's not working. So if we look at that, say if your 2 sites didn't rank quickly, okay, you're not sort of there disheartened going, oh my god, this stuff, and getting all, because that will just lead to going round and round, and you'll end up, if you haven't already, I'm saying it because I know, because I've been there, you can get a bit disillusioned and a bit like fall back into the whirlpool of stuff where it's like, what, are you trying to make money doing these? All you need is this push button thing, and then you fall back into that, and then you'll come back to this a few years later and all that stuff. The way to get out of that is to have enough going on, so if one thing doesn't work, you've got another thing working. And I'm going to explain how to do it. I've got the action plan that I'm going to give you in the webinar, and I've got the option to work with me. I'm going to send out the option to work with me before the webinar for you guys that want to have a look. But I'm definitely going to do the webinar. It's probably going to be early next week. I'll send out the details well in advance, well before the weekend, so you can see that. And I'm not looking to do a webinar where I just sell stuff. I'm looking to do a webinar where this is my goal for the webinar. If you follow the stuff I'm going to give you in the webinar, you'll be making money, regardless of whether you buy anything from me. I want to give you an action plan. I want to get you moving. And I don't want 2018, when we're here next year or in 6 months, I don't want it to be for you, oh, Chris, I understand what you're saying, but I just can't get this to work. I want it to be like the stuff done or pretty much close to it. So you can say, Chris, I've done exactly what you said. These are my results. I've started to make money here. And then we can have conversations where it's like, how can I increase my results rather than how I can get started? So my goal for you, my promise to you is I will give you my absolute all. And what I want in return is you just to give your absolute all and get this stuff done. Focus on the actions and not on the stuff. Okay, don't make it more stuff where you're understanding it in your head but nothing's happening. Make it so you're getting past those blocks. I understand it's not as easy as that if you've got learning curves and stuff like that. And it's not that easy anyway, writing content and so on. But I'm going to make it as streamlined as possible to get you results in the fastest possible way. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for your response in the webinar. I'll send you details through. I've put a link to the 15-day challenge below if you're newer or if you haven't seen it and you want to see how to build the sites for free. Check it out. And thanks for watching. I've got some good stuff on the way. I hope that all made sense. And I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, guys.